Hey everybody, Surya Designs here, and today we are here with a new tutorial for you. And this is a tutorial targeted at beginners, and we'll be showing you how to get started with Cinema 4D and doing some basic animation and creating some basic text. So to get started, we'll open Cinema 4D. Here is the basic workspace of Cinema 4D, and I won't be going over this workspace for the moment, and maybe I will do that after some time when you know I'm getting on with tutorial or somebody asks me to. So I hope you know the basics, like what all these do, what all these menus do. If you don't, then don't worry. We won't be using most of them in our tutorials. So first of all, before getting started, you should set your workspace by going to render settings. The workspace, by workspace I mean the canvas area, the one which would be rendered or recorded. So the render settings, it's the third button from here, which has a cog icon over the, I don't know what they call this, director's cut, anything like that. It has the button render settings. We'll click on this, and in the output we'll have the width to 1280 and the height to 720. You can have it at 920 by 1080, but it takes a lot more time to render, and my computer is not that fast, so I'll be keeping it at 1280 by 720, and the resolution would be 72. In the save, you could save the file wherever you want. The format could be TIFF, TIFF, or PNG, which is portable network graphics. I'll have it at PNG for the moment, and the depth could be 8-bit, name could be name0000.tif, multipass could be unchecked, and in effect, go to global illumination and turn it on. Now go to MoGraph and create a mode texture. And first of all, let's center this text by going to mode text, object, and alignment, and we choose the middle alignment for this. And we'll use the third button from here, which is the rotation tool, which can rotate your camera like this. Well, you'll be using this rotation tool to take our subject in the center. And I just zoom into it a bit and move it up from the first button. Okay. So first of all, let's edit the text. We'll have the text at what can we have it at? Yes, straight as. Okay, click outside the text, and the text would be applied. And then we'll go to the font. The font we'd be using for this would be, let me see, yes, a very basic font which comes pre-installed in Windows. It would be Agency FB, and the style would be at bold. That's nice. So let's center it up, and now what we want to do is that while the mode text is selected, the text is appearing in orange. Go to edit, copy, and here we paste it like this, like so. And the mode text .1, which would be the copy, will go in the caps, and the starting cap would be alphabet cap, the ending cap would also be alphabet cap. The radius would be dropped down to 3 on both the end and starting caps, like this. And just move your camera to the horizontal side of the text so that we can continue with the further editing. You could do this again by the rotation tool, and go back to the object, select the mode text 1, and with the move tool selected and the mode text in your focus, we'll just move the mode text a bit to the back, like so, like when we start seeing this little part of the mode text, the original copied layer, the original layer, and that should be enough. So now what we'll do is that just zoom out of it and get back into our view. Don't worry, you can get into work with these four buttons, the three buttons, moving buttons, as you progress and as you practice. First of all, at first it might seem a bit of pain, but then after that, when one gets used to it, it becomes quite easy to handle it. So now we will double click on this material area, or go to create new material, and when our material matte is here, we'll double click on it, and then the color, we'll choose a nice deep orange color, like so. Click OK. You can turn on the reflection, but I like it at a bit less. When I turn on the reflection, it's a little of that. Let's see, maybe 30% will do, or maybe a bit more. Or I guess we could just leave out reflection all of it for the moment. And let's see if we haven't missed anything. Yes, we haven't. So we'll just close this up, and drag this matte layer over the first mode text, or just drop it onto the mode text, the real mode text, the original one. And here we have it. Here we have the layer, mode text 1. So now what we'll do is that we'll create a new texture, matte.1, and for this the color would be set to black, to a pure black, and that would do for the new material. And drag the matte.1 on mode text.1, and let's see, well, that's alright. And now we'll create a new light for this. Hold and click on the light icon and select a area light. We'll just move it up a bit, and choose the rotation tool and rotate it. When rotating it, press shift to get exact coordinates, and stop it at 90 degrees, like so, so that the light is directly overhead. And remember that don't click the shift and then start dragging it. You first have to drag it, then click shift, or the shift won't come into use. Now as we have done that, we will take the scale tool and drag out the red corner of it, like so. And what we'll do is that we'll move it up, move it to the front of the text, and move it up a bit, like so. Alright, and here we have it. Let's see, had I put on global illumination? Yes, global illumination is on. And now what we'll do is that we'll click on the quick render settings, render view, and render our whole view here. The rendering takes a bit of time because my computer is not that fast, although I am planning on upgrading it in some time. I see that the light is a bit too intense, so what we'll do is that the light, it would be moved up a bit, somewhat here, and let's see, let's render it out. We want the orange of the text to be very vibrant and not very dull or very bright or very light, as you see. So I think that we have to add one more light here. That would be a normal light. The intensity type would be omni, and the intensity, which would be general, it would be a bit less. And we'll move the light up and to the back, somewhere here. No, we'll move it around here. Okay, so we'll move this back, move it here, move that back again, come into our view. And one thing that you might have noticed, that the extrusion is a bit less, so to edit that, we'll click on mode text dot one, and while holding shift or control, we'll click on mode text layer, and in the object we'll increase the depth to around 25. That should be it, and we'll move back to our view. So now what we have to do is that We'll move this a little bit here. Okay, so let's just render it out and see how it looks. You could also download many light kits from the internet, light kits or light studios. There are many free light kits on the internet available here and there. So what you could do is that bring in some studios, and as they are a bit more accurate, and save you a lot of time, basically. So let's see. Let's see. I guess it's nice here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here it is, nice. It looks nice here. And zoom into it. Now, as we have this check mark, we want to import a transparent image out of this Cinema 4D into Photoshop. So what we'll do is go to render settings and save. The alpha channel would be check marked, and and what you could do is that just click it off and like go to render to picture viewer, and it would render a full 1280 by 1080 pixel rendering of your project. So let's see, just wait for it to render it out. I'll just fast forward this so that you don't have to, wait for it. Hey guys, the one thing that I noticed is that the view is not that great, and the light is again too intense. It makes our object a bit, boring. And we'll turn the color of the area light to a kind of orange. As you do that by selecting the light and then the general color. Okay. It should be a bit light, I guess. Okay. So here is our main text, like so. We'll just move it like this. Alright. So I guess this perspective looks nice. You just render it now, render it out, and see how it looks. Well, the result looks nice now, and we'll be using this for the moment. I haven't been tinkering with it much, so let's leave it as it is. Now what we want to do is that we'll just delete, I guess, the light one. Alright. So now what we have to do is that we want to animate the camera. Like if you want a basic animation, like just this thing is going over here and and coming to focus like this. It could be a basic intro or just a simplistic animation. So I'll tell you how to do that. What you'll do is that place your camera where you want the animation to start. I'll be placing it here. From here, I guess here. Okay. Alright. And hold click on the camera option and select a normal camera. We won't be going over like motion camera, stereo camera, or target camera. We'll just be choosing camera, normal option. And when you see this black rectangle, and you could click on it to go to the camera view, like um, if you just zoom out of it here like so, and then click on this white box, it will take you to the camera view, that the view the camera is recording. And now to animate that, what we'll do is that with our timeline here, I'll just increase the frames to around 120. 120 would be nice. Okay, and just drag it here to extend the timeline to 120th frame. While the camera is selected and we are in the camera view, what we'll do is, while we are on the first frame, click on this key icon to make a keyframe, and drag it to the 120th frame, and click on the key icon again. And while the camera is again selected, we'll just edit the view. At the moment we are editing the camera view, and like so. Okay, so we are editing the camera view at the moment, and here it is. The camera view should be edited nice and easy, like when it is here, and when it goes here, we'll click the keyframe like so. Alright, play this. What's happening? Wait a second, let me see. While we are here, we will change to view, create it to a keyframe. Okay, yes. So the little mistake that I was doing was that I was creating the keyframe before editing the view of the camera. So first, when you have made the keyframe on the first frame, go back to the last frame, or the frame you want the camera to be animated until the frame you want the camera to be animated, and edit the view. And after that, after you have edited the view, then click on the keyframe to edit it. Alright, so here it is, the camera is animated. And if you just scroll out of the camera view and just zoom out, you see that the camera has made a path here. You can edit the camera, like if you want it to, you know, move a bit here and there, you could just edit this path here. I'll leave it as this. And so basically your animation is ready. And I know there would be many questions how to render the animation now, as a lot of people have trouble doing that. I'll tell you. Take it back to the first frame, go back to the camera view. Although this isn't necessary, but still, go to the render settings. The format could be QuickTime movie or AVI movie. The QuickTime movie is a better HD quality movie, and the output it again would be current range all the frames, that is 0 to 120th frame, and full aspect render region. Okay, then the save QuickTime movie. Okay, you could enter in a file name that would be like tutorial movie. Okay, now just render it out. You'll see that the Cinema 4D timeline is rendering all of these frames like in the timeline. You see the timeline here, and as each frame gets done, what you'd see is that the thing is getting done. And one thing that you might notice is that also the QuickTime movie, it would be transparent, but if you want there to be a background here and there, so what you could do is that just close this renderer. Yes, I want to stop it, and go to the floor and click on it and add a sky here. And the color for the sky could be a very light blue, and nothing much more. And we'll have it at this. Alright, it's very basic sky, and we don't want to be tinkering with it much, or maybe a bit more light. Okay, and now we'll render it out. Yes, I want to replace that, and then it'll start rendering out the frames like so. Let's see. So here you see that the frame has rendered out, And what I actually like recommend is that what you do is that you could um, you know, like animate the text as well. It's just the same that you change the coordinates, or like, you know, rotate the text and make keyframes and all, like just like we did the camera. It's quite easy and doesn't take much effort. So you could do that, but I was not doing it for the sake of the tutorial, like so that it doesn't take much time. The tutorial already would be around maybe 20 minutes long. I haven't kept track of the time. So anyways, let me render this out for you, and we'll be back in just a moment. One thing that you could see is that you could even edit the frame rate for this, like have it at 25 or 30 frames, and just see a little of the progress by moving this here and there. So let us just let it render it out, and we'll be back in just a moment. So this is basically how you make an animation in Cinema 4D, and well, that is it. So thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more tutorials and more free stuff like giveaways. And be sure to like this video, and take care, and we meet again. So good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. So take care. We're taking a leave, and thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, everybody.